I poisoned my boyfriend after 10 years of being used. Verdict confession: early last year, I lost my boyfriend. I had the feeling I can share my story because some men can sometimes be wicked. They don't look back when taking women for granted. I wouldn't be needing any help. Becco's mine is no more, and sometimes I feel bad. Maybe sharing it will make me get over it completely. I am anonymous. I just want you to share for me. So this guy and I started dating right from SHS. When we completed, he started working as a teacher, but I was home. He kept forcing me to get a job to support him because he wants us to start a family early and that he wants to shock the world that he married young without anyone's help whatsoever. I started working in some restaurant also. We were the same age. He was just a few months older. I gave him half of what I made every month and used the other half for me. He had an account. I didn't, so I let him save for us. Fast forward, he started mobile money and selling credits in 2013 with our money. He hired someone to be selling there while we both still worked. He was very focused and intelligent. He managed the Momo shop so well that within 6 months he started another. All my money was in there too. We were young by then. We were only 22. Middle of 2015, he started a bigger shop. Now he made me quit my work and handle the business fully. I opened at 7 am and closed at 7 p.m. I was happy we were making it. We were not chilling at all. He was all about making more and more always. In the bigger shop, we sold airtime and EVD on wholesale and withdrew money for other Momo vendors. Now we made more money. I wasn't getting paid. I only ate from there and that's it. Sometimes, I spent less than 10 daily. He punished me and complained bitterly when I made any loss, so I was extra careful. I gave my all to the job, thinking it was my husband and his future. He started doing his degree that same year. He was a distance student. I wanted to do mine, but he said we should marry first, that I was a woman, and since we were doing business, I don't really need it, but he assured me I was going to do mine. He said he wanted to get to level 200 so we marry, because by then he has settled down mentally. In level 200, he said 300, and that is how he continued till he graduated from the university with a degree, and I was still just handling businesses and making money for him. I thought things would change when he graduates, but no. While in the university, he established another branch for wholesale like what I was handling and let someone stay there too. He started spending the profits on what I didn't know. We used to make over 8,000 monthly, but I didn't see that again. He always needed money for something, but the business was there, so I was cool. By 2021, he was done with NSS and everything concerning his education. Now I was on his neck that we should get married, but he stopped entertaining and raising the topic. I was in my late 20s and needed to do something with my life. Then he got a car and said he needed to build on a land he acquired in 2017 while in school. The building to continue till it was completed, but this guy ignored the topic of marriage. I was still working and making money for him to do all the things he was doing with. I was too occupied that I couldn't really catch him cheating, especially because we didn't live together. At some point, I started paying myself monthly because I felt like I was wasting my time. He changed clothes anyhow and went to expensive places. I was still the same as if I was his slave. I told him I was paying myself, and he said okay. A few months later, he asked me to bring all I had saved from paying myself, that he wants to go and see my parents. That was in 2022. I gave him all the money, 3 days to when he mentioned going to see my parents. He said he wanted to start another branch with the money, so I should wait. Kwaku, at that point I lost it. I shot it on him and created a scene. I was 30 years old. That wasn't what he promised me. He insisted that he was going to do what he wanted, claiming we won't eat stones in marriage. Some months later, he brought a lady to the shop and asked me to train her. He refused to give me a reason for the training. After 2 months of training the girl, he called me one night around 11 p.m. to tell me not to come to work the next day because the girl was replacing me. I asked why, and he said he wanted me to rest. I refused, but he insisted and said I shouldn't step at the shop the next day till he asks me to, else he would have me arrested. I didn't go to work and I couldn't also reach him. Anytime I called him, his line was busy. Funny enough, he registered everything in his name, so the almost 10 years of my life with him was a waste of time. I had less than 600 in my account, and I was 31, not married. One day I went to the shop unannounced and met the girl he made me train. A few minutes later, a lady came in and she called the lady madam. I asked what kind of madam she was, and the lady introduced herself to me as the fiancé of the girl's boss. She didn't know me, so of course, she freely did an introduction. The lady was beautiful mom. She was fair and looked well groomed than myself. He was taking good care of her. I called my guy instantly with a passerby's phone and he answered. The moment he heard my voice, he dropped the call. I tried for days before meeting him in person. I asked him to tell me what was happening, and he said we were over. For months I cried. I tried taking my IFA, but that didn't work. I was just crying. I slept at the beach for 3 days. No food and water because I couldn't cry at home, and no one would understand what I was going through. I wasn't dying to. I didn't want to IV. I decided on the 4th day to go home and start over, but I couldn't do a thing. Then one night while at the beach, I thought of wiping him off the earth. I called him with my kid sister's phone and told him I had some money from the business with me. He asked how much, and I said 25,000. First he asked me to keep it, but his greed made him call me to ask me to bring 15,000 and keep the rest, claiming he had seen some shortage in the business and even wanted to ask me. His lies. I bought a simple drink and took to disposables. He came to my place. I put my drug in his own disposable and served us the drink. It was the red disposable cup. I insisted we talk a bit before he left. I asked him to tell me why he didn't want me again, and he said he honestly just doesn't feel marriage would work between us. We spoke for a while. I told him I lied about having some money. I just wanted to talk. He got angry and he drove off. Days later I passed the shop and it was closed with his poster in front. He actually had an accident the night he left my place. His death was attributed to the accident, but till now, I know it was due to the P0S0N. I am sure he lost control. I never attended his funeral, and I have never asked anyone anything about him. He is gone and my life, though not better, has been peaceful. We both lost everything. I won't date any man as I can't trust them, but I will have a child soon. I will soon start my own business too. This is my story. Judge me if you wish, but I don't care. I did what I had to do. I was hurt. What would you have done if you were in her shoes? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this confession compelling, please like, share, and subscribe for more real stories from Reddit. Hit the bell icon to never miss an upload.